Би сакал само да ве поздравам сите. Како што разбравте, направивме еден обид малку да анимираме Дипломатската академија. Ме радува што многу од оние што ги гледам на предавањата на Дипломатската академија кога доаѓам се тука, се разбира сите колеги кои изразили интерес да присуствуваат, се исто така добре дојдени. Се надевам дека со ваква една динамика во која ќе имаме што е можно повеќе гости, како денес Амбасадорот на Европската унија господинот Аиво Орав, и во иднина ќе можеме да внесеме некоја нова свежина, некој нов бранд на луѓе што ќе може да разменат мислење и на кои пред се мислам дека тоа е најбитниот дел. Вие ќе можете да им поставите прашање и да имате определена интеракција. This is the second session in which we are trying to invite ambassadors. Previously it was an ambassador from a member state, the United Kingdom. He had an occasion to present his views on the diplomatic service of EU member state. Today we will have an opportunity to exchange some views on the European perspectives of the Republic of Macedonia. The idea was that we can give an input on what does the European Union means for Macedonian diplomats, but also for Macedonian citizens. And today we are talking more about the financial crisis that we are facing, the lack of growth, the increase of unemployment rate in the European Union. But I think that we should not forget the main idea. We have tried to make a project successful on the basis of providing the best possible environment for progress, for peace. And this is still the case. This is the best project that guarantees this prosperity, and this is the best project that provides people from our region, as much as the 27 current member states. We hope the 28 will join very soon, and this is something that will be a very strong signal for the rest of the countries of the region. Will make us happier and hopefully more prosperous. I believe as diplomats, as future representatives of Republic of Macedonia in the European Union, one thing should make you feel comfortable in all the discussions that you will encounter, and this is the fact that Republic of Macedonia is still one of the most Europhilic countries in the European continent. We still enjoy very strong support. We have also experienced different challenges on this road, but no one has said that this will be an easy path. Several reasons for that. I think that one major challenge is understanding the logic, the mechanisms of how does the European Union make decisions. It is not a simple one. It is not the one that goes along the line of a single interest, but it is most of the time a consensus of different interests which should drive us to the bottom line, which is the strategic interest of having peace and prosperity in this country. From a Macedonian perspective, we have been a country that has signed the first Stabilization and Association Agreement back in 2001, and we have been granted the candidate country status in 2005, at the same time as Croatia. The next phase, entering into accession negotiations, will not only be a technical exercise. It will not concern only clicking boxes on Excel sheets in order to satisfy demands from 2,000 kilometers away. It will be an exercise that should provide us with a genuine force to make the reforms for ourselves. I tend to repeat myself quite often, but every single step that we do on the reform path is in order to satisfy and to have better prosperity for our taxpayers and for our citizens. This should be the genuine force for making all the reforms. As a matter of fact, most of the challenges that we face on the regional scale will not be relevant once all of us are part of the European Union. We will practically do not have borders as barriers, and we will practically encourage this flow of goods, services, capital, people to be even more important and to strengthen these links between countries. And these are quite common. We are talking about growth, we are talking about jobs, we are talking about better opportunities for the people who are studying, living, working here. We are an important market. We are growing economies. We have our average growth rate, which is above the average growth rate of the current member states, which is logical because of the lower level of development, but that means also that there are more market opportunities. We are also a region which can generate stability and peace on the longer run. Some of the chapters which were directly linked to our past have been closed. And I think that we've really stepped over that, and we are really in the next phase where we have more to contribute, more to offer to the other member states than we are to bring troubles or difficulties for them. Even on the files which are the most sensitive ones, such as immigration, for example, we have shown capacity to tackle the issues, for example, regarding the crisis with the false asylum seekers. I also feel comfortable with the fact that the high-level accession dialogue that we have recently started with the European Commission would be a very useful tool that can help us to generate results, to make progress, even before making the official start of the accession negotiations. More we can do now, less we will have to do after. This is the kind of spirit that we would like to encourage. This is the kind of spirit that should make you, as diplomats, as future representatives of Macedonia in the European Union, and in the member states, of course, should be arguments to make your job easier. You should be conscious about the fact that we have a strategic interest to be part of this family, but also this family has a strategic interest to help us be part of this success story. Practically every aspect, we are Europeans. We live like Europeans, we think like Europeans, we reflect like Europeans, so in these terms, our values are very much compatible with those of the values of any citizens of a member state in today's European Union. Actually, all the challenges and difficulties we have are practically the same. I will end here, leaving our dear friend, the Ambassador Aivo Oraf, to give his view on how does the member states and the European Union looks at today's Macedonia. And most importantly, I think we can open the floor after that and have some exchange of views and questions that might be of your interest. Thank you very much.
So, Mr. Minister, dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very glad that you invited me here today to address to you. During those 2 months and 4 days I have been here as a European Union ambassador, usually the questions are about the perspective. And I'm going to speak about the country I know best. This is Estonia, a small country, much smaller than yours, 1.3 million people. And speaking about European experience, I have to go a little bit back to the history, almost 100 years. Because until 1918, Estonia didn't have its own kings. We had always kings visitors from Sweden, from Denmark, from Poland. A lot of Germans didn't have kings, but just they were ruling the country 700 years, and also from Russia. In 1992, there were first 3 elections, and very young government, or very young people in the party won the elections, and surprisingly they had to form the government. So Prime Minister was 33, Foreign Minister was a bit older first, but the second one was 26. I mean, this is something quite familiar in this country also, I think. We didn't believe that we become member of NATO and European Union. And I think nobody by that time believed that Baltic states can become member of European Union and NATO. But of course this was very important for us. Why? The same reasons why it's important for you: European values, prosperity, and for us also security. So 1997, 6 countries got the invitation to start negotiations: Poland, Czech Republic, Hungary, Estonia, Slovenia, and Croatia. But what happened in international press, only 3 countries were mentioned: Poland, Czech Republic, Hungary. Absolutely nobody noticed those 3 small ones. Today, Estonia in Northern Europe is most